Today in the United States, 1,309 people are diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and a shocking 785 of these victims will become abused. Abuse in patients with dementia such as Alzheimer's is on the rise, and it's becoming a big problem in our community of patients in nursing homes as well as their caregivers and their families. Jolyn and I have done extensive research on this topic, and we know that a change must be made. The abuse must stop. Through this speech, we hope to give you insight on this very real problem of abuse and inspire you to take actions like being more aware, taking time to be with the elderly, and to watch and report any problems that you see. I'm going to tell you about Alzheimer's and just how horrible it is, and some reasons that these patients are such a choice group for abuse, and Jolyn is going to tell you about the signs and symptoms of the disease and how to report it. Alzheimer's is a progressive brain disorder, which means that the memory and thinking skills of the person are destroyed, even down to the simplest tasks. NIA.nih.org and its organization, the Alzheimer's Disease Education and Referral Center, published the Alzheimer's Disease Fact Sheet in August of 2016. It says that the mortality rate of Alzheimer's is 61%, and that is the leading cause of death, or the 6th leading cause of death in the nation. Robin Hatcher, author of Lost in the Mist, Abuse and Alzheimer's, says that having Alzheimer's is like being lost in a never-ending mist and never being able to find your way out. Just think, this could be any one of your grandparents. My grandma was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2010, and she no longer remembers me or her own children or even her own husband. She's now in a nursing home, but that doesn't mean she's away from any burdens. She has the potential of being abused, and no one should have to live in fear like that. Now that you know just how horrible Alzheimer's is, you would want to know why there's such a choice group for abuse. The British Journal of Nursing, our volume 12, published in 2003, says that people who are caregivers in nursing homes often neglect these patients, mainly because of their memory issues and the fact that they are unable to communicate and get help. The University of California website lists financial instability, drug dependence, depression, and anxiety as main reasons too. Other reasons are that caregivers perceive taking care of these people as perceived burdens and limitations, they have a lack of social contact, and they have financial instability. Now Jolyn is going to tell you just about the signs and symptoms of this and how to report it if you see any problems.
Thanks, Megan, for telling us about Alzheimer's. As Megan said, the rate of people with Alzheimer's is growing. This means memory units in nursing homes are growing, as well as family members taking in loved ones. There can be some frustration with taking care of a patient or family member with dementia. Memory loss is the key that some abusers use in hopes that their patient won't remember what happened to them. It may be difficult for family members to watch a loved one's memory deteriorate. Some caregivers may not mean to do the abusive act, but it happens. CARE Center of Excellence Elder Abuse and Neglect fact sheet informs us 20% of family members fear becoming abusive towards their loved one. Being put in a caregiving position, they and family members need to look for the signs of abuse and signs of abusive tendencies in others. This will help the family member step in when needed or report it. There are many forms of abuse. A couple of them are neglect, abandonment, physical, emotional, financial, and confinement. Alzheimer's Association Abuse Copyright 2016 provides us with a list of symptoms family members and others need to watch for. Some of these signs would be bruises, abrasions, being left in a room all alone, being withdrawn, and there will be tension between the caregiver and patient, and these are only just a couple of symptoms. Knowing what your family member acts like and how they look the last time you visited them are some things you should keep in mind. If you notice something different about your grandma and grandpa, you need to report it. You can go to the director of the nursing home and they will tell you how to report it. If not, you can confront the family member about the abusive act. The director will know, but if it doesn't work talking to the family member, feel free to call Alzheimer's Association at 1-800-272-3900. Being a tentative family member keeps your loved ones safe from abuse. We hope during this speech we gave you insight on this very real problem of abuse and inspired you to spend time with the elderly and to watch and report any problems. Megan and I told you about the background and rise of Alzheimer's, why Alzheimer's patients are at greater risk of abuse, and signs to look for to determine if an abusive act has occurred, and how to report it. We are college students too, and we know that money is very slim, so we are not looking for donations but your time. You may not be able to see your grandparents, but that doesn't mean you can't go to local nursing homes and help someone else's loved ones. You don't want your grandparents to be that 1 out of 10, like the National Council of Aging on Elder Abuse Facts tells us, so why would we want someone else's loved one to be that one?